Hello, hello, hello. Today is Thursday. Welcome, and it's another day live streaming. All right, so we got a pretty active overnight session. Here, posting video earning was a massive gap up. Sold off, closed the gap between. Actually, mostly in the Asian session, right? Close the gap and then rally back up again, tap the highs. So it was a crazy roller coaster ride. So, um, luckily I put on some trades on Auto Executor, so I was able to capture some of those moves. And speaking of Auto Executor, Auto Executor is getting ready to launch, so we're gonna have a pre-release this Sunday. So I hope most of you can go to JTMFin.com and put in your name, sign up for the pre-release so you can kind of be in the front row. And then the following week, I think September 6th, it will be officially released. So the pre-release is just a way to get people who are interested in it, so we can get their info, and then kind of get an idea of the amount of first initial release. So for the release, right, there's going to be a 30 days almost a discount. Unfortunately, we can't give it for free. So there's going to be almost like a 90% discount, right, for the first 1 month. So you can try it out on same environment, see how, automated trading, if it works for you. There's a lot of parameters there. You can, adjust for your own trading style if you wish, or you can use the standard default, and, whichever works for you. And so yeah, so you have it for 30 days, 90% discounts to mess around with it, with same, get familiarized with it. If you're comfortable, you can even make some money before your 30 days expire. And then if you like it, you want to continue, then you pay the full monthly subscription, which is $4.99 per month. So it is packed. I don't want to give up too much here, but go to the website, you will see more information about what's about to be released. It's a really great product. I think for most traders who are struggling, who have some sort of emotional, issues with trading, I think this will really help you, a lot to overcome the bias. And also, it's you can, when you're not, not everybody can trade 24 hours. So like, you can leave it on to trade Asian session, London session while you're asleep, depends on where you are. Or you can actually let it trade, NY session as well too. So yeah, so look forward to that. Yeah, definitely this Sunday, like I said, please, there will be the pre-release on Sunday. So when we say pre-releases, there will be, the product will not be officially available, but there will be more information about it on Sunday, right? Detailed information. And the official release will not be on September 6th, right? Yeah, September 6th, the following week, whatever that day is. So yeah. Okay, so we are about to open, and so far we're getting our lower low. 5 minutes is printing lower low, so it almost seems like we may have some early sell-off, but we'll see. So we got about a minute, to the market to open. So we may get a morning sell-off, which is usual for NQ, and we'll see what happens from there. So account is ready to go. All right, about 30 seconds to the market open. So what am I looking for today? Yeah, anything, any movement. Nothing particular. It looks like we're bullish, but we'll see. But we might definitely, like I said, we'll still wait, give it, the first 15 minutes, see what the market's trying to do, and then I'll take any direction the market is telling us. But right now, it's look like it's want to print some lower price for more of this.
Order submitted.
Okay, that's auto executor. That's a very early response. Okay, so trading copying it. Okay, this
Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed.
sorry, that is auto executor taking trade. That's not me. I was just trying to find. Some missing. Work on that later. But we'll see.
Order failed. Order failed.
Okay. All right, let's pay attention here now. Okay, so this seems like some live chat here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so we're about to top the Asia low, right? So let me see if there's going to be a reaction here, and then Okay.
Order filled.
Hey.
Order filled.
So we're now expanding on the second bar. So this obviously world. Let's see if the expansion will hold, which looks like very likely will hold. All right.
Order filled.
So let's see which one. Yeah, I think this thing should be selling off here now.
Order filled.
So the expansion has failed. I'm glad I did not. But right now, Auto Executor is ping-ponging all over the place. So let's take 2 losing trade, 2 winning trade. No, actually 3 losing trade, 2 winning trade. So this EMA could be our early rejection points, right? Are we forming that here? It looks like
order filled, order filled.
alright. Take first rejection point. And form a double bottom here.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Wow, race. It's 15 minutes closed.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So just close the 15 minutes. Let me map that one out first here, see what it looks like. Okay. Alright, so price is expanding beyond the 50 minutes. So it looks like we may potentially break out of this daily resistance, and then, which I think the sell-off will eventually come late. The sell-off will come later on.
Order filled. Order filled.
So for now, I'm just gonna sit tight here. Pretty nasty whipsaw action there. Okay. So right now, the market hasn't settled, so I don't think it's just really whipsawing on both sides, right? So unless if you're a scalper, right, which is fine, but this is, I would prefer to just maybe give it maybe the first hour, right, and see, because right now all my EMAs are all over the place, right? So I cannot even interpret what this is doing. So what it says is expanding to the downside, right? You know, it's just the candle is too rapid that you cannot even tell what the direction is. So, but like I said, you know, Auto Executor is firing away, it's doing its thing. I don't know, it took almost like 5 trades so far this morning, and overall net green, but a couple of losses, couple of wins. I mean, that's what it's designed for, right? Auto Executor is designed to whipsaw through price action, and Execution Watchdog is to be a more prudent, deliberate trader. So this looks nice. Okay, so I think we're gonna settle in. I think the biggest thing we need to do is break the 29, 29,600 level, right? If that can be broken, yeah, that will put some pretty good floor. But this, like I said, the morning price action, these are really, real aggressive traders trying to, do what they do best. So I think so right now we could say we formed, I could call this a low, higher low, I think. And yeah, but look at this, the 5 minutes here, you can't trade this. So yeah, guys, got to get the auto executor so you can, because as a human, I don't think we're capable of dealing with this level of volatility, right? We get emotional, so that's why you need an algo system to manage that for you, and then at the same time you can be more prudent with your discretionary trading. So okay, so I don't know, something is about to happen here. Okay. So let's see. 3 nasty 5 minutes candle, right? All whipsaw. Okay, so trade number 6, another executor. 4 win, 2 losses. 4 win, 2 losses. To be precise. I'm not even sure this thing is even taking his own trade anymore. Fresh accounts. Yeah, in there. I think we're about to get a direction now. From the London high, it is a structurally downtrend, right? So that's really what we're seeing here. I think what I would like to see now, given what we're doing so far, if we get another swipe to either direction, I think that is what will create the final directional move, right? So yeah, swipe to the down, swipe to the up. Well, but right now it looks like it's stalling, to go higher. So that could be a bit of something you want to take into account. Yeah, it's stalling. Okay, so I will wait that to happen. Let me share some. Okay. Yeah, still a nasty whipsaw there. Yeah, I'm gonna share. I'm later on, not now. Share some of the web page of Auto Executor in a minute. Oh, and by the way, so my microphone again, I just I'm a little bit embarrassed about this, that I'm always, you know, the battery run out before the next training session. So I'm using a different microphone, so my voice might be very, very, very poor because yeah, my DJI microphone ran out of battery. I'm actually using the RTX, so it's kind of a digital, some sort of digital system that combines the microphone to a receiver. So okay, so we're getting the swipe now to the downside pretty aggressively. So could this be the, yeah, I hope this should be the one that, but the other thing again you gotta be careful of is the levels where we are trading now. So we're about to, yeah, nasty. So we're about tapping the Asia low again, and we just created bottom weak. So okay, this could probably create the direction we're looking for now. So let's see the close of this candle in about 2 minutes. And then let's form a lower high, and that would be the direction at least for the, you know, next hour or so. Or could it just be a buy the dip here, right? That's another option. To me, it almost seems like buy the dip, right? So is it a buy the dip? Looks like. So this candle closes, still not hasn't closed yet. On the 1 minute, it definitely looks like buy the dip. So okay, well, it looks like buy the dip, man. Maybe or maybe not. DDD next. Let's see. Let's push it. Yeah, that's it. That's buy the dip. It's a buy the dip, my man. Okay, new 5 minutes candle just open, and yeah, it's trying to push. Yeah, that was by the dip. But again, it's still not a clean at all. This is not a clean. EMA separation is totally lost. It just doesn't know. Yeah, it's saying flat. So see, that's why it give you flat, because it's very confusing here. So, but I think this makes sense, right? You know, we've been selling off for many days, so I think I think tomorrow will be the big move, in my opinion. Yeah, today we'll get some chop. Depends. Let's see where we close. If we close in the low hundreds, yeah, Friday is a big move. Yeah. Okay, so seems like that's it. Bruh, this is one nasty price action. Jesus Christ. Just ping ponging everywhere. Yeah. So interesting. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so it looks like yeah, somebody wants to take control of this move, and no one knows who will do it, right? So this could be the buyers or the sellers, right? Somebody got to step up here and send this thing, or send it to the moon. Man, look at this. I'll be honest with you folks, I do not, you can call me a terrible trader, but I cannot trade this. I don't know. I am so glad that I'm able to build auto executor. This is just it's not something I can handle. Yeah, I know some people are very good at it, and just, like the first 3 candle, okay, this is the low, this is the high. right? So, and but right now you can see the size is getting smaller and smaller. And this one seems like it wants to do the break, or it could be another top, right? So high, we can't touch that high anymore. You know, this was a low, but then this candle here is a problem, right? I think, you know, this will be retested just to grab liquidity. You know, that's it. So maybe I will be brave enough if we get tested here. Maybe this could not be the, you know, clear low to go higher. But yeah, but this is nasty. This needs to be cleaned up here. There's certainly an unfinished business here, so let's see. Let's be patient and see if we can come back to that place there, and you know, the better long entry could be seen right there. Yeah, anybody I know trading this money session, they're getting chopped off. Like, it's just what it is. That's the whole intent of today's session. This money session is a chop. You know, people gotta get, you know, clipped. And yeah, let's see if we can hit some music here. Okay, so maybe, okay, it looks like structure now to the upside is kicking in here. So I like what it's doing, so I don't wanna, might be able to get our next break here. So the fact that it failed to, you know, go below, so I think this candle here now is creating our first, we're actually in our first 10 minutes, so yeah. This is good. Yeah, so I think this candle really set the bottom. Yeah, it set the bottom, and but yeah, it was a scary one because of the way it formed. But I think what I should have also understand is the fact that it's the longest bottom week. Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, again, I could be wrong. Maybe they could bring this down later in the day, but the fact that putting in this very strong um, price reaction here and it's not retesting it, it kind of really suggests that I think new characters are just coming in the market right now. So if I'm looking at it on the 1 minute, yeah, it's almost like a mini bull flag that was formed in the 1 minute. So it was kind of surprising, right? When you have this strong reaction here and bull flag is forming just, up ahead. So it means, yeah, so there is something is changing, but we'll see. But again, it's still not clear, to be honest with you, because yeah, so we still have to clear this here. We have to clear this here. So can we clear that today? We'll see. But my instinct is telling me that tomorrow is gonna be the easy money trade. Yeah, because I think we just, there's still some indecision happening here, and at some point, somebody's gonna carry the baton, and but who knows? Is it for downside or upside? Either way, that's what I mean. Okay. I guess this trade is gone. Okay, so okay. The direction is showing. So I think for me now, this is my base, right? So I'll wait for my base here, and then see if price can retest somewhere around this level here, right? So this 5 minutes now is basically just running away. It's got a runaway gap. Let's see if we can make some retracements. Back down. So someone that like why I'm taking a trade. So I think what I'm trying to demonstrate here on this stream is just using the indicators, right, that Execution Watchdog is presenting to take a trade. So my primary indicator is the telemetry, right? So when I say the telemetry, it means the EMA separation expansion, right? So right now what we're seeing here, because you got to look at it and also look at your 5 minutes candlestick pattern. This is not a clear, and it's obvious, like you can see it from the 5 minutes candle that is not clear, and it's hard to interpret what is going on here. So right now it's telling you it is contracting, right? So essentially it is contracting from a sell-off, so which essentially means we're returning, we're recovering from a sell-off, and that's kind of what it looks like now, right? So here could, like I said, it's the second contracting. So what it's doing is trying to move to a cross, right? And given just the way we've treated for more than half an hour, my instinct is to really wait. If this contracting is really a retracement, a buy the dip, I would prefer to want it, to go to the cross, right? So this contraction should come down to 0, and then that gives me a conviction that the price will continue to go higher, right? So it's more of a conviction trade. That's what it is. But the problem with that trade is, you don't really want to hold it for too long, right? Because you know, you've waited for a lot of confirmation. So you know, you can slice big, but just wait for you know, 10, 20 points, right? That's just the best you can get. And so, but for me here, what I'm really looking at now is I would, like I said, I mean, you can take a long year. I mean, taking a long year is not a bad idea because I think it has shown you that the strength to the upside has shown at least for 1, 2, 3. So we're actually on the third bar now, right? So, which usually I wait for 3 or more, right? You know, between 3 to 5 is what I, then once it's more than 6, I really don't, I always assume that that trend has left, right? So if this current candle, which is about to close in about 2 minutes, right? If it closes above this week here, because this, I think this needs to clear out. If it closes above this week, then that will really, I think it will almost change the character to a certain degree. So that's why I haven't taken. So it's just not clear, right? It's not a clear. Again, of course, like I said, you know, other executors hammering trade like no tomorrow so far here. But I want to make sure that I use execution watchdog as a disciplined trade execution. That's just what this is all about. Okay, so yeah, so that candle is pushing. So I think this is looking good for long, for sure. So for some, I think, you know, like I said, we're still in the morning session. This is typically the time where, you know, buying into strength seems to work very well, right? So, but again, we just, if you kind of look at it from the 15, because I'm looking at my trading view, the 15, it's just not clear. There's still a lot of head fake, right? Just a good clearance will be 650 if we clear 650. So we're still about over 100 points away from there, right? So but are we riding there? That's the question. If we're going there from here, you know, this could be the time to get in that trade, but it is looking like we're contracting to the upside. Hey Lance, you going? Okay, have a good one. Alright, comb your hair? Oh. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Let me talk to my boy. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm back. Yeah, so nice printing. So we're sitting in that area there. Let me see what else we got here. All right, so let me see. I need to do something here quickly. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Do something real quick. This thing does not give me. Okay. This will not take. Yeah. All right. Thought contracting looks very promising, right? We're definitely making a recovery from the sell-off, right? So contracting number 3 is hands down pretty good. Yeah, this is a good definitely a good entry for sure. I think we could potentially start seeing some real explosion to the upside. 15 minutes look great. Yeah. So I like it. I like it here. Really like it. Okay, so I want to admit to the folks here, right? This is a true confession. So all this while I've been here, you know, live streaming, other executing that is taking is 7 trade, right? So 2 losses and 5 winners, right? So literally it's made over, you know, $3,000, right, trading. And I think that is just almost giving me no interest to trade discretionally. I think that's what is happening here. So I think maybe next time I want to do this, I should just, you know, turn it off and maybe have it, or just maybe run on the background without me seeing it. So because it's just, because anytime you fire a trade, actually I, you know, don't want it to be, you know, making so much noise, other enter. It's kind of getting me a little bit distracted. But that said, let's just want to call that out quickly. But I think the most important thing now is where are we going from here, right? So let's see what our trade is telling us here. This area now that I think it needs to clear, right? There's this strong need to clear this area, and it's what it's trying to do now. But I definitely need lower price. I want to see lower price to come down, and then so I can, if I get it. Yeah, we're not clear. Quite frankly, we are not in the clear at all. Like, this is, we got to get out of this. Look at this. Look at where we are here. Look at this. You know, this. We got to clear this. We got to clear this, right? So we got to clear this, retest, and then that's it. That's a trade I can put in, let it sit for like 2 hours. I'm not coming back. But this is not. So 1 hour into the trading and the market is still doing this. So this is very yeah, it's an active day. Buyers and sellers are seeing opportunity on both sides, right? Opportunity to sell, opportunity to buy. Okay, this is something I need to, let me, Alex, did we, so I know for Execution Watchdog, when you trade manually, your trade get populated into your Execution Watchdog journal, right? That happens, but I don't think we have that on our executor. Because if we don't, I think that's something we need to quickly adopt, right, before the release, because that will be, yeah, because right in the Execution Watchdog, you can do that. Let's say if you take your trade, you know, off the app, yeah, it gets populated into your journal, but I think Auto doesn't do that, so we need to work on that feature. Oh wow, we're breaking out. We are clearing out. We are clearing the house. We are clearing the house. Holy smoke, this is beautiful. So somebody woke up. Okay, now let's retest, right? That's the next thing. Let's retest. Contracting is working cleanly, right? See there, right? You know, you don't have to listen to me. If you believe in yourself, you take that. That is a price is moving, right, from where it's coming from, in this case from the sell side. So price is moving upward from the sell side, so it's a bullish, right, contracting. I'm not sure why it's calling you down, but okay, that must be a bug here. This should be a green, and it should be a, I need to understand why it's saying, why it's giving a red color. This should be green because it is contracting to the upside, right? Or maybe I'm defining this the wrong. So contracting, so so being contracting is, so it means it's been down and then it's contracting from the downside. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. So I think this signal tells you where it's coming from, basically. And then when it flips, because it's about to cross, right? We're about to cross the EMA, and then if there's more momentum to the upside, then I think this will not go. It will go expansion on the green side, because new regime has changed, right? So the reason it goes green is because it has tapped 0 and then new level is created. So that is now, and if it's, you know, up, then that's going to give you a green. So which means it just started coming from the green. And that's usually where I'm very comfortable in my trade, right? When I see that, because almost like there's no flow anymore, right? So upside, but this thing needs to continue though. And the problem now we're having is we just tapped the 29,600, right? So this has been a massive rejection, right, since the Nvidia earnings. Price just could not get past here, and we're tapping it again. So the obvious thing is, yeah, so it's definitely showing some clean rejection. I wouldn't expect like and even though Auto is on a trade, I'm thinking of just maybe exit the trade. So that's, I mean, I don't know. You know, I'll give it room. Let him breathe. Let Auto breathe. But I really don't think we're coming down here. We're done. I think we've seen the worst. But that's a very good, you know, that's a very good pullback. You know, if you tap the EMA, that would be a very nice entry. You know, given that we are just, look at the acceleration to the downside. I'm kind of liking this now. You know, can you tap the EMA, please? Can you please tap the EMA there for me? Please tap the EMA. Please tap it. I'm begging you. That seems very interesting. It looks like we want to get there. I don't want to be too dumb stupid here, man. Let me put this thing right here. That should be a safe bet. Oh, you must have changed that. You recalculate. You must have really recalculated. Now it's 140, and we are talking close to the fiber. Okay, I'm just getting close, bro. We're getting close to top that freaking EMA. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is strong. This is good, right? This is, we're not breaking down. This is a good, like, level, right? It's just the market is trying to level up. And the other thing as well, I just want to see, let's see where our volume profile probably is right now. I'm looking at it from the 5 minute. Yeah. Okay. Well, point of control. It's pretty high. Okay. There's definitely, that's really good now. Oh, interesting. So point of control price is pretty high. You know, we're like 25, almost, 600, right? So I think, some deep buying here might be a good, yeah. Yeah, look at that, coming acceleration. Yeah. Oh, what did I did I miss? Oh my god, I just missed this top here. I did not, I swear to god, I didn't see it. Oh, what was I doing? Oh boy. Yeah, maybe it may come back again there. That's definitely a good okay, so we are crossing now. Okay, so since we're just there, I'm just gonna wait for the expansion to start, right? So definitely, if anyone call this contracting, you've made like 1, 2, 3, 5, you're on your 5th candle, right? So 5 candle contracting to the upside. So that's really good. So we 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 5th candle, which is retracing back. I just want to see if it can touch this EMA here, and I would certainly give me, I don't know, I might, it looks very, I want to see maybe some capitulation, and that would maybe, yeah, I'm overthinking this, I know, but okay, yeah, so I think this is it, this is the price, this is the price. I'm trying to find, this is it. I'll see the reaction of this candle. Yeah, this is called overthinking, right? When you overthink. But this is it. But it's good. Just want to see the reaction. It wasn't a capitulating drop. So, but I think this will be clearing this area now very soon, and it's going to be an explosive clearance. That's what I'm really predicting. We're not going to clear it. It's going to be whip, like, which also means it's going to quickly reject as well too. But better be prepared for some explosive move to the upside, folks. 303. Okay, so we're not contracting now to the green side. Now the reason, okay, so the reason it's green is because it crossed. So we just cross, and yeah, so we're moving to the upside. So I really think, you know, this is where, you know, for the lack of anything, you should be taking along here. And even if you get stopped out, you want to, you know, so that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'll take the long here for now, and then see what price do. So my stop is pretty, maybe I'll give it just a little bit of room, you know, here, just so that in case it tap, it doesn't seem, I just give it some room, you know. Yeah, so 755 is my typical, yeah. And I don't really want too much from this trade, to be honest with you. So all right, so we're it's good, like this was expected, but all right, so I'm about to be stopped out here. Okay, that's fair enough. That's a pretty might jump back in again. Correct. Apply points there. Okay. That should be let's see if we okay, I was close to the VWAP. Boom. Okay. Okay, I like it. I think I might still contracting. It went on contracting because of that price drop there. But we're not really. So I'll try it again. This time. So 500 points. So I keep the stop really tight this time here. Let's see. A bit of room. We need room. We need some room to run. I don't want a lot more from this here. So hopefully I can get some I'm gonna use the restroom quickly while this trade. All right, like I said, I wasn't expecting much. We got 30 points on that trade. Let's see if we can get like, oh, it's almost hitting the TP there. You know, I feel like this thing is gone. Interesting. You know, I'll just take it up there. I think that's a good decent size there we got. So nice, takes 751. So just kind of made back what I lost earlier on in that trade. So that's good. So I'll wait for another, wait for another opportunity. So 1 win, 1 loss on execution watchdog discretionary trading. That's awesome. Okay, so now the other thing you want to look at, so if you come to your copier here, right? So your copier now just you can see like it give you the state, right? So we took trades. So your copier log, you get your fill, what contract, this we're crossing. So that looks really nice. Okay. So this is what you get. So these are all your log, right? You can actually go back and see what copy trade did for you. Okay, so I took, I just kind of wanted to book that. So now what I'm gonna do now is really wait, right? So I'll wait for because like I said, let me go back to the live chat. We're still not clear, to be quite frank with you. We are just really in a zone, right? One zone, and zones where price could easily go in either direction. So, but obviously, we're almost nearly 1.5 hours now into the session, and we're still, printing very bullish day. So I kind of think like, we want to, see a higher close, but this is what my anticipation is, right? I think for a finer high to print, this market would need to sell off again. I kind of feel like that's what's about to happen. So going long at the highs here, I think is very risky until you clear this area decisively, right? So my expectation, we get one more swipe. Well, I'm glad I closed that position. We get one more swipe, right, to the downside, and I think it's probably going to be a slow grind lower. That's what I'm expecting, some slow grind lower. So maybe, taking a shot here is not a bad thing, but for me to take a shot, I need to see my EMA telemetry is really giving me clean directional expansion, right? And then I could take that shot or long, depends on which direction it's heading. Okay. All right, so now that we've kind of break even here, let's see if we can run some. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize this and see if we get close there for a minute there, and then pull up. We still got it there. No, I know. That's not what I want to share. Oh, that's what I want to share actually. Okay, I think that works. That's seriously work, yeah. So while we are on this, so let's go to I'm looking at some crazy shit here now. Okay, so this is the website, right? So yeah, we're selling off. I don't know, someone did. We are auto executor, right? So guys, go to this page here and just read through it. So like I said, this is still, there's some information will be added here, but this kind of give you a glimpse of what auto executor is. So this one here is the trade copier, the integrated trade copier in auto executor. So basically you have a system that can algorithmically trade for you, and at the same time you are copy trading account, right? So that's basically what it does. That's really what it is. There are systems here. This is there are two trading system in Auto Executor. There is a trading system based on just price direction of movement, rejection, retracement, and stuff like that, and that uses an indicator. So on that platform, you can actually manually move your stops wherever you want it to be. And then the others trading system is the TeleXR. So it's a strategy-based algorithmic trading system that all the stops, the OC, or the managed by the strategy. So you really can't, manipulate that. It's 100% fully controlled by that. So this is the system where you really have absolute control of what you want. So you can set your parameters. So it comes in a standard default. Everybody gets a standard default. But you as a trader, you can set your own parameters, right? So it uses purely EMA expansion. That's all it trades. All it trades. So you decide what level of expansion you want to trade, at what rate you want to trade. And so like here, you see all these lines here. If this is where it's very good. I mean, it's not good at chops, right? I mean, you can see take some pretty good chop trade, but this is really its strength, right? It detect price expansion and then it trade according to that, right? So, but there's really a lot to it. So on Sunday, the what's it called? I think it's September 13th. I can't remember. It's on the website. We'll talk a lot about how this really work. The two systems, right? So yeah, so this is it. So look, check the website. You get your first 30 days for $4.99. Just to try it out or sim environment to see if it works for you. And then make sure you save your seats for the September 13th, right? So that's the live stream to kind of talk about how the system works. So there's going to be some, obviously, because it's a weekend, so we'll be looking at doing demonstration with back testing and NinjaTrader playback system, right? So just to on sim environment. So yeah, that's what really we're going to be saying. We'll be saying here. But yeah, take your time, you guys. Go through the website, read. If you have any question, drop your there's I think there's an area here where you can put questions somewhere. I don't know, if maybe not on this one. You can actually, if you go to the home here, yeah, you can go to the chat here. I know it's on Execution Watchdog, but you can. So the Execution Watchdog and the Auto Executor, they're integrated. So you can ask your question here, and it comes back to the team, and we can answer your question. If it needs attention. So, all right. So that's it. So now let's get back to trading. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Some big retracement there. So, well, I talking and I missed the opportunity, but that's okay. That's what we do. So let's see here. Yeah, so this was the sweep here we just made. Well, I missed it, but now I was expecting that, right? I was actually expecting we're gonna sell off even more, but definitely I think the fact that we're really holding we're holding levels around the EMA really shows that bulls are about to take this thing higher from here. So but there's something happening right now. I just want to point it out, right? So actually I've seen it. Yeah, if it's 1 minute, who cares? All right, I thought I was saying, but it turned out to be a 1 minute chart, so I'm not gonna really waste my time on that, because the 1 minute chart almost seems like we are about to print a lower high, right? So we have like high, lower high, but for 1 minute I don't trust it. But on the 5 minutes I can't see anything of that nature yet. I mean, we're looking at the 5 minutes here on the live chart, but if I expand if I go to trading view and look at my 5 minute, yeah, no, it's not there. So this actually 5 minutes is really a clean bull flag. That's just what it printed. So Whew, what a day. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that trade. This should have been. This is my clean entry. That really came so nice right here. This week. This was a clean sweat. So let's see if we can break out of here for now. Oh, there's one thing I did not. We'll talk about it later on. There's one clean features which we don't have it now on the execution watchdog, but it's going to be in before the release. So what you're seeing here, right, this is not a release version. This version of execution watchdog I'm using is not released yet. It's still everything going to be released this Sunday. So like the trade copier, we don't have it yet. So please, if you put in a subscription, you're not gonna get the trade copier. So maybe hold off your subscription till Sunday night or Monday morning, then you will get execution watchdog with trade copier, because we're not increasing price. It's still the same price. You know, existing customer can always, but when the release comes out, everyone will get a notification and you can just go and upgrade. As simple as that. Yeah, I'm very excited for Auto Executor. I am super excited. This has been more than 3 years of building, right? We've been building this stuff for the past 3 years, and yeah, I'm just glad that everything is coming to places, and I'm telling you, you guys will love this thing. It's just so it's a tool. Like, it's a tool for trader. If you're a trader, you need a tool. This is a tool. Having execution watchdog and auto executor, I think, is just highly needed. They help build your confidence. You have something you're relying on, whether you're looking at scalp, you're looking at trend. You know, you really need a tool. So want to ride. Okay. Auto exec, I think I gotta let you go. So take some profit for the day, and yeah, couldn't be any worse, you know. That's life. That's life. Ooh, I'm really excited today. This is a great trading experience here. Yeah, I mean, hey, I can't, no, I cannot wait for you guys to really get your hands on. A lot of people have reached out to me, right? You know, I'm not going to call names here, but I think you guys have really been the inspiration for this product, right? To really get out there. You know, I'm a struggling trader. I struggled trading, and I've had a lot of people have reached out to me, tell me their struggle. Guys, from a guy who struggled trading, you guys will be blown away. You guys will be blown away. I can, you know, I can put my bet on it that you guys will be blown away. I mean, just when we talk on Sunday, we're gonna have the live stream. I'm gonna give you guys some caveats. There is no trading system that you're not gonna lose money. Okay, there is no trading system. Now, actually, let me show you something. I'm not trying to hype anything here, so I just want to be very cautionary to make this disclosure. Nothing is being hyped, but I'm just gonna share some. Well, I'll do it. Let me see if I can push that file here. The Monte Carlos we've done on other executor, just kind of tell you what it really looks like. Which they're actually on the website. No, they're on the website, right? Oh, no, we talked about it. Let me see. Okay, we'll do it. All right, it's not publicly disclosed here, so for I can share it. I wanted to share some, but I will, after the session today, I will run with my attorney to see if we can, refine it and then make it a public disclosure. But there is some information that I think will really encourage traders to look at this. Well, let me see here. Okay, so we are breaking the 660 decisively. Wow. That was a battle to get out of this place. Yeah, we're breaking that level, and this trade is taking off. There is nothing you can do about it. So now we are getting our expansion, right? So we are getting our fourth expansion. This is where obviously I like I said, I took, let me see, I didn't even take before 1 2 1 2 3 4. So I actually got it even before the expansion started. So so I think this is very important. Since we get into the expansion, we want to start thinking of, you know, finding an entry on a clear pullback, because that's really what you can do here. So we'll wait for this here, and what I want to do is but I think your best entry, what I would always say is, given the type of market we're in, right? We're not in this like gap and go market, right? So I say your strategy here is, when you get in an expansion, you just wait, right? Just hang in there, wait for some sort of swipe to the downside. If you want to go long before you jump in, do not, just don't chase. This is not a chasing market, and there's never been a chasing market since the last 3 weeks now. So no, don't chase. So what I'm going to do now is, just like I said, cognizance, I just wasn't paying attention, but now that I'm seeing what the expansion is doing, I am ready to launch on any pullback, right? That's all I'm just waiting for. I got my mouse sitting right here on the buy button there. So on any pullback, I am smashing this thing. So, but I can't chase it. I think it's very important that you don't, this is not the market to chase. Okay. I feel like we could easily swipe back to the EMA, 14 EMA is very possible. So I'm just want to be patient on that. Now the reason I felt that way, so this is the power of execution watchdog, right? A FOMO trader now will be jumping on this store, always running away from me. Now, EU is telling me that relax, right? The momentum is there. Don't FOMO, right? Wait for price to pull back a little bit, and that expansion will carry the price forward. So the best place to enter is really at a confluence, right? So 14 EMA is great, right? Because I'm a 5-minute trader. So will it go down a little bit more? I'm just waiting if it goes down a little bit more. It should give me some, you know. Yeah, it's still too high for me. I want, yeah, so let's wait for, it's about 25 points here, because if I buy here, my stop is going to be at EMA, so that's the problem, right? So if I don't even have, if it could, let's say if it touched 26,600, yeah, I could enter, because that would give me maybe a little bit under, if it touches. If it doesn't, then that's fine, but I'm not, this is not a chase, this is not a chase. Yeah, it did not, that's okay, let it go. But anyway, as I was saying, execution watchdog would really put you on the right side, right? So like just what happened right now, right? I didn't chase it. I was hoping it taps the confluence. Now the reason I'm convinced, right, the higher probability for this, if it taps the 14 EMA and continue to move high, is because of the expansion, right? The expansion is already building in. So for it to fall significantly below that, it's going to be really hard. It's a lower probability. But for me as a trader, I'm just looking for my best entry. So that's why I was waiting, but I didn't get it, right? I didn't get it. It's continued to, and I cannot. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't, um, because I had a better chance. I didn't. So why would I take it here, right? So I think if it runs without me, that's fine. That's fine. You know, we still got many hours left for the day. So so yeah, that's it. That's the power of execution watchdog. I can tell you guys, if you integrate yourself fully well, first of all, like I said, you know, there are an emotional circumstances in everybody's day-to-day life, right? Execution warrior is not a therapist. It's not gonna, solve any problem you have, right? It's a tool. But it's just like, a samurai sword. If you're not trained on how to use a samurai sword, you're pretty much gonna chop yourself off, right? You're gonna cut your limb or something like that. So that's exactly what it is, right? So you have to be trained, you have to have the right mindsets. Once you're well integrated, you're well aligned, it will be one of the best tools you ever had in training. Because like I said, it has made that change for me significantly. I've experienced it, so I'm just first-hand experience for you guys. So yeah, so that's it. Like I said, it's all about the discipline, and I think execution warrior really helped me stay disciplined. I think the discipline is the one thing I would say I was struggling with for years. I just can't. It's hard because there's money involved, there's emotional stuff, and you just kind of want to be all over the place. But yeah, it's we'll break out, clean breakouts. We're definitely heading outside. We're taking out all the highs, so that is really good. Let's see. Like I said, I'm still hopeful for an EMA top, so I'm just gonna sit tight here and see if that comes. If it doesn't, yeah, let's blast some music while we're waiting for. Let's see where I can. Oh, my music will show up here. I'm brutally honest. Let's see. I want something that will stay in the background. You guys still say that stuff, so it doesn't matter. So you get some. Let me play something here. Are you guys watching my screen? Oh, that's nice background music. What kind of music we want? You guys want some Afro music? One on piano. It's too much sound. Let's use deep focus music. Play music. calculate Tony Stark walking. Anyway, let's get back to trading, bro. Okay, let's see if we get our EMA top. So where we are. So this could also be a clear short setup, that is being playing out here as well. Just want to pay attention to that also. Okay, some pretty deep retracement there. So we've expanded now six bar, right? So that is very, very strong. Yeah, so so no, the reason I will short here, like I said, is just because of what I just pointed out, right? So this is not a gambling system. Just because it went high, you short it. No, the expansion to the upside is strong, so you don't trade against the trend, right? So I would rather wait for a pullback and then join the trend we're in right now. Right. I mean, it could break down, but then that is me trading on a guess basis, right? I'm guessing that things will break down when clearly there's no breakdown, right? So that is a clear recipe for disaster. Okay, we're getting there. Can we top? Come on, give me the top. Give me the top, man. Yeah, I could drag my stop even down to the low, the 50 EMA if possible. Come on, man. Bring this thing down a little bit. And the other thing I'm also watching, at least, yeah, on the 5 minutes, no, there's just no. Even tapping the 50 EMA, there's really no structure to the downside. It's just not there. Before any structure to the downside will show, it's going to tap, at least touch the 50 EMA and continue to go down. But I think the 40 will not. So what I would rather do, I would rather take a put on risk on the 14 EMA, just given the fact that the expansion have supported that move, and then yeah, and then hope for the best and see the outcome. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. One more, one more. Come on. Come on, come on. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's okay, I'll take it. Without it. I'll take it, yeah. So I'll bring my stop a little bit, just below the 14 there. Give it another, yeah, 700. And let it rise from there. I was a little bit too early, but I'm fine with it. I'm really fine. Yeah, it might be a little bit too early though, right? Seems so. Okay, well, yeah, it was a bit too early for sure. It's a bit too early. I'll take the loss on that trade there. And it's never been too early, but again, small gains. Like I said, I don't want to overextend my stake. Oh, let me check what is going on there. So I'm okay with it. I wasn't expecting it to be such a big pullback, but it is what it is. I just leave my stop there. If it touch it, it touch it. All right. And oh, another trade. Okay. So obviously our EMA expansion, I think this is really, I'll almost say, given where we are now, yeah, it's an interesting location, but see what it does. Yeah, the pullback is pretty steep. So we got a deeper, tap the 50 EMA. Let's see if we'll continue to break lower. I think I'll be stopped out here on this trade in a minute there. Oh, right. Oh, somebody's at my gate. I'll be back, guys. Let me check who's. Yeah, we're gonna top that stop there for sure. I don't think anything can save this trade, but it's fine. So is this gonna be the, it could be the breakdown. We might be getting the final breakdown. Top it. Cool. All right, we're stopped out, and so plan clear. Okay, so let's see. Could be bottom week. I'm always, that was so funny. My stops are usually where I get bottom ticked. Let's see. Yeah, and it's very close to the VWAP as well too. So yeah, it might, like I said, we failed. This pullback is too deep, right? It's a really steep pullback, so I will not. It looks like I really want to take this thing down significantly. So because we're close, I want to give this thing some chance. I want to give all those some chance too. Yeah, it's a very nice level though. This level looks pretty clean, right? So I might want to top it again, because it looks like we are, well, I'm waiting for the VWAP, right? So this will be the first time we top VWAP, we retrace, right? So my expectation is that maybe that same thing will happen. So I want to see how it reacts. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Okay. Yeah, I think I missed the shot as well too, right? I think this would have been a great shot, but I didn't really, I thought we were going to hold this EMA. That's what we've been doing, but I think, yeah, we'll break it for the first time. And now we're playing around the VWAP, and let's see if we can hold it the first time or break it for the first time. But yeah, but this looks, the way it's coiling, and this on looking at the end of 1 minute, it looks very interesting. So we're not having back-to-back continuation. It hasn't touched the EMA yet, it's just getting playing around it. But the selling is kind of, looks like there's a, the volume profile seems like there is really no important nodes. So this could be yeah, this looks like the price is really kind of cooling off here now. I just want to see. So like a 1 minute doji, and so those are all recipe for continuation. So I just want to see this one here. Yeah, I'll take it here. I like what I saw. It looks good. I was encouraged by it. So but yeah, I'll leave it at 500. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. This is good. Yeah, I want to make sure I can take more. All right. This should be it for today. So we'll let's see. Okay. That was me, right? Okay, so one winner, three losses, right? That's kind of where we are right now. And let me see, what did I miss? Okay, so I think what I missed was I was thinking this expansion was going to continue, but anyway, it shows a flattening and it just did not, it couldn't hold, right? So now that it looks like sellers has brought it down here, the question is what happens from here, right? I don't feel like this is done here. I really think there is still, more opportunity to. Okay. Okay, so big retracement up there. Good. Okay, so I clearly missed the bottom there. I was really contemplating of taking that trade, but I did not. So that is a missed trade. It's 9 o'clock and it's 12 lunchtime. So I think from here we're probably going to be seeing some sideways action for the rest of the day, and it's not much to see on here. It's got about 2 minutes to the, I think that will probably, yeah, so it's the 1150 macro. I think that's actually what triggered this. Oh. So lunchtime here. Let's see, there's no push. This would be okay. I think I'll close the stream here. Like I said, 3 losses, 1 win, so we are basically negative for, yeah. It's not, yeah, that's a great outcome. And I'm like I said, I think my mistake, I would say my error was I trusted the momentum was going to be there, but even though the signs was already there, right? And I think the best thing to do, maybe I think where again I should have waited for a close and above, right? So this is a top. Look at this 5 minutes, it closed below, it didn't close above, and then here we have a doji, right? So I think I misread it. Like my reading was very, very wrong. So there was a lot of impulse there, and I think that's a fair, and I will take responsibility for that. So something I'm just gonna log down. So for a case like this, just wait for a close, right? So this one I shouldn't even take a trade here because it closes above, right? And even though it topped, maybe wait for the next one. The fact that this one closed below, there should just be not. This thing is melting, right? And then the next one was the doji indecision, right? I should wait for a close above, and then here non-existent. So yeah, my read was very wrong. I took a very wrong read here, and here is the candle. I'll say, yeah, so close above. Yeah, this is a bullish momentum. So yeah, but that's, like I said, something to learn. But still, I'm very excited. Like, took a couple of trades, and I just misread the last 2 trades there. And I was clearly it would have been a short trade. You know, when you break below the EMA, you know, should you just take a shot there? But yeah, but all in all, I'm very happy. All right, so tomorrow again.